Well, an excellent opportunity for teens coming up soon. The Virginia Egg Council is inviting young chefs to crack into their creativity. Here with more now, registered dietitian Kirby Moyer. She's back.
I'm so excited to be here this morning.
We've missed you.
You know, I feel like every time I come here, I'm trying to give some recipe inspiration and share some new ideas. And we really are excited about this recipe competition because it gets our teens excited about cooking and hopefully nutrition.
So we're doing that in a fun way.
Yes.
And it's virtual. So it's not something that they have to do somewhere and be able to get there.
Yes, exactly. So this is through the State Fair of Virginia. So it's open to all Virginia teens age 13 through 18. It used to be you had to come to the State Fair and present your dish, which is great. But we realized we couldn't get as much reach, so you have until September 10th that you can enter that. We're doing it virtual, so you can cook at home, show off your social media skills, and of course get creative with eggs.
And kids are so good. Kids, teens, I mean, their social media skills, like, you know, they're in.
They're
this is
put me to shame, and that
yes.
Absolutely. So I figured I'd show up today showing a few ways that you can really get kids interested in cooking, and of course we're going to be spotlighting eggs through these recipes.
And the reason we're spotlighting eggs is because they have so many nutritional benefits.
Nutritional benefits is probably the biggest thing, but also they're versatile, and most of us feel comfortable cooking them in a plethora of ways. So they can be scrambled, they can be fried, you can poach, you can boil them, but I'm going to show today kind of things outside of breakfast meal, so they can more lunch and dinner. That is a quick way to feature eggs.
Okay, so where are we starting?
We're starting with fried rice, which I think is kind of a classic.
Yes.
And two things to kind of keep in mind. With your fried rice, you want to use day-old rice. That's how you're going to get it really crispy. But we're asking with this competition for kids to get creative. So I'm starting off with some frozen mixed vegetables. You could also use leftover vegetables. And we're also using pineapple.
Oh.
So this is going to kind of give us that sweet and savory flavor that we're looking for. Super simple. I just have a pan over medium heat. You're just going to let those cook up until they are kind of starting to thaw, get a little bit of moisture released from them. And then once those have cooked down, you're going to add in your fried rice or your rice to let that start to fry. Now the secret with the eggs, you either want to cook the egg first or you wait till the end, pushing it to one side and scrambling that in together. So you're getting your protein, your essential nutrients, we're getting our fiber, our grains in. So one simple dish kind of gets all of those food groups, especially we're getting fruit in there too.
Oh my goodness. And fried rice is so popular, but I feel like when I order it out, I really worry about what's in it, salt content, things like that. But when you're doing it at home, it's easy and you can decide how much.
And I think we're really with our cooking and prepping these days, we're trying to say, how can I make things stretch a little bit further? Right. What I love about this, these are simple pantry items you probably have on hand. You have rice, you probably have some eggs in your fridge, easy to find some vegetables to stir in there. So once you get those going, we're gonna go ahead and add in our rice.
Oh, yum.
We're gonna get that frying up, which is gonna be perfect. And then you're of course gonna wanna season at this point. So you just kind of let these marry together, hitting it with a little bit of soy sauce. I like to add a little bit of sesame oil.
Oh yes, me too.
As well,
Yes.
And then of course, once you kind of get this cooking, it is gonna take probably about 8 to 10 minutes total.
Okay.
But
it's pretty fast.
It's super quick. And what I love about this is kids, I think, too, are willing to try kind of different flavors than adults at times. We're quick to say, I don't know if I'm going to love that, but you're just going to push this over to one side so this can continue to heat. And then you're going to drop your eggs in there. So with your eggs, you're still going to want to scramble them together.
That's my favorite part when you're doing the fried rice. I feel like such a chef when I'm moving my stuff over and I'm, scrambling my eggs on that half of the pan.
And then of course you let these set. So this is kind of fun too because you can feature hot sauces, you can do like a teriyaki sauce, but kids need to learn to get comfortable with their cooking skills. And around that age of like 13, to really 16 is when I say heat with supervision is a good idea.
Yes.
So that is a perfect time to say, hey, we can start to use a pan with people there. For younger kids, I recommend counting, colors, and cracking.
Counting colors and cracking?
So for example, we know that we use 2 eggs. We can identify the different colors in the dish, and it would be super easy to let them kind of say, let me crack the eggs into the bowl. You're doing that supervision of pouring them in there. So kind of letting your kids be a part of the creativity and the cooking might get them more interested again in trying some new foods. So we're gonna let our egg keep cooking up over here.
Okay, and while you're doing that, just another quick recipe that we can do Love tortillas when it comes to
This
eggs.
is probably my favorite thing. This just takes 2 scrambled eggs. You're gonna put a tortilla in the pan. You're gonna add about 1/4 of a cup of cheese to one side.
Okay.
This is gonna be heating. We're kind of doing some TV magic today because we only have our one eye going. And then you add your scrambled eggs, just like we would kind of do a chicken quesadilla. I have my finished one over here, but you can add whatever leftover vegetables you have on hand.
that, yeah.
Super, super simple. And then this is a really easy way, again, to use up leftovers. You're getting your protein in. An egg quesadilla can be made in about 8 minutes in the morning, but I love this for an after school snack, especially if you get the smaller tortillas, a really easy way to make a snack for one.
Ugh, and Kirby, the amount of protein and all the good stuff that's in there.
Yes.
Makes my heart happy when I see the kids eat like that for breakfast.
All right, and as
lunch
we've
and
been
dinner.
chatting, we've
Yes.
finished up, so this still probably needs a few minutes to just kind of get that nice crispiness we're looking for. But as we see here, we were able to make fried rice while we're chatting this morning.
Isn't that fun?
It's easy.
It's always good to have Kirby back. Hey, we want to give everybody the information. As she said, the competition you have until September
10th.
to
It's coming up.
enter. It's going to be so much fun. Wonderful way to get our kids involved and in the kitchen. For more information, of course, you can scan that QR code that is right there on your screen. You can also check out their website and stay tuned. Kirby's back in our 10 o'clock hour with other recipes.